Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Adam's Music Box. And today I want to tell you about the Midnight Special because it's back and it's been back for a while and it's back in a big way. Now, some of you might not remember the first run of the Midnight Special when it was live on that thing called television, the internet that you didn't control. The show ran from 1972 to 1981 on NBC. It premiered late on Friday nights after the Johnny Carson show. It was really revolutionary because it was one of the first shows dedicated solely to music where virtually all of the performances were live. There was no dubbing, no taping, no miming, no lip syncing, none of that stuff. All of the performances were live. Some exceptions do apply, but just about all of them were live. And what was fascinating about the show was the sheer variety of artists that were involved. Every single major genre catered for, revolving around pop music, rock music, country music, fusion music, occasionally jazz, occasionally things that touched on the classical, but it was mainly anything that was popular or up and coming or things that people were talking about. Those artists who made that music would be invited onto the Midnight Special to perform. And it was filmed, taped. It wasn't filmed. It was taped with very good production in a really beautiful studio setting where multiple stages were set up in a semicircular sort of format, so so the audience that were there, the live audience, could go right. Act one over there, then another band on this stage, then another band on this stage, and it was just all very cool and all very fun. Now, for years, bootleg quality versions of the show were circulating around, some with better quality than others. But relatively recently, Burt Sugarman's company, he was the man who owned and put the show on, have put all of the full episodes onto YouTube. And they've done it in such a way where a new episode is released every Friday. So when I say all of them, we haven't gotten all the way to 1981 yet, but they started at the beginning with the first episode, and every Friday on YouTube, they premiere another episode and leave it up there permanently for everyone to see. During the week, they put up excerpts of various shows, single songs for people to see in a bite-sized format. But I really recommend you not only subscribing to the Midnight Special, but watching every new episode as it comes out on Friday. Because whether you saw them the first time and can barely remember, or you've never seen the show before, it really does offer a great glimpse of that lost art of the variety show. Everything today, and there are a lot of advantages to it, don't get me wrong, is super specialized. Everyone has their own little niche. If you like this kind of music, they have algorithms and social media pages and ways to interact with people that will feed you all of the information and content necessary to satisfy your hunger for, let's say, bossa nova music. So if you're a bossa nova fanatic, you can follow all of the bossa nova pages on Twitter. You can go to Reddit and talk about and learn about everything and anything bossa nova. You can get YouTube and Spotify to recommend with its algorithms bossa nova style music, and that's really unique because you can take deeper dives into a specific genre or specific niche of artistry than you could before. But the inverse of that coin is that experiencing things that you wouldn't have otherwise been exposed to is kind of lost. The idea of a variety show, putting on 90 minutes of music and you don't really know what's coming next, mixing and matching all within that period. And that's something the Midnight Special did. And that's why I'm really grateful that they've put it on to YouTube and that they're showing the episodes in full. You can see behind me Wolfman Jack, great radio DJ and very entertaining personality. He was the ringmaster of the whole thing, and every episode also had a special guest host, almost always a musician, sometimes a great comedian. Richard Pryor, for example, hosted the Midnight Special as one of the guests. So I'll put the link below where you can subscribe to the Midnight Specials YouTube page and watch them. And I think the other important thing with this is, come on, everyone else who owns the master tape rights to shows that were musically driven, do what the Midnight Special is doing. A lot of the reasons that some production companies have not done this is because of legal tie-ups, and then some of them have been, I think, very misadvised to say, oh no, don't just upload it all online for free. Wait for an opportunity to better economically exploit this wonderful content. Those opportunities have long gone. In the age of VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, early Blu-ray years, you could have really tried to do that, but everyone now expects loads of content either for free or for a very affordable price. The Midnight Special has absolutely got the method right, as for instance did Germany's Beat Club, a wonderful television show of all international musicians from England, Europe, the continent of Europe, America, Canada, everywhere. And they went to the studios at Radio Bremen in West Germany and performed on Beat Club. Later it was named Musikladin. And a few years back, they started to just put all of their archives, all of their archival performances on YouTube for free. But what makes the Midnight Special unique is that while Beat Club puts, song by song, artist by artist, the Midnight Special does it episode by episode, so that every week you get something fresh, you get something unexpected. You'll learn about artists that you might not have heard of before, or artists that you may have heard of but thought you didn't like. But then when you see them performing live, you think, oh, I actually like this. I want to delve into more of that. And I just think that's the right way to do it. Physical formats are dead for every purpose other than niche, like I was talking about yesterday. You've still got audiophile vinyl, audiophile SACDs, and you've got sort of the down market vinyl, which I think is a bit of a gimmick, but obviously the stuff, Mobile Fidelity, Acoustic Sounds, other companies do, that stuff is top quality, amazing stuff. And we'll talk about audiophile stuff in another video, but for the vast majority of the population, it's all about streaming, whether video or audio. So hats off to what the Midnight Special have done. I think it's really great. Others should follow suit, unless they have some legal tie-up where they actually cannot release it, even if they want to. Others should do it. I'm talking about Don Kirshner's rock concert. I'm talking about BBC Sight and Sound. I'm talking about, the list goes on. There were a lot of decent and some very good music shows. They should all do what the Midnight Special have done. Kudos to Ed Sullivan. They're starting to do that too, the people who own the master video recordings of his show. And so we are definitely seeing this trend. So that's the Midnight Special recap for you. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely delve into it. Watch the episodes that have already been posted. Subscribe so you can see the new ones that they put out Friday. And I think you'll really like the show. There's no pretense about it. Here's the music. Here's the host introducing the bands. That's it. No bullshit. Just music. And that's exactly how it should be. So, like and subscribe to me and share the word on this brand new channel if you can, and we'll be back soon. Have a great rest of your day and let the Midnight Special shine its ever-loving light on you.